South Carolina makes the top 10 most stable real estate markets in the country. The Fed, yeah, they're probably going to raise interest rates some more. We'll talk about the possible impacts of that. And the Youngs and I, we pull back the curtain on the Hilton Head real estate market. We'll talk the truth today on Market Monday. All right, Market Monday, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
How's it going?
Very well.
What's going on with the market on Hilton Head Island right now?
Interest rates are a little higher than they have been, that's true, but demand is still there. It's high and supply is low.
But inventory is going up. National Association of Realtors is saying inventory is up like 17%.
Yeah, again, it may be in certain parts of the country, but not here. Inventory is as low as it's been since data has been collected on the island.
How do they have it so wrong?
I think Hilton Head is its own unique place, and I don't think the normal rules apply here. It's a different area of the country, so you can't use what's going on in other areas to apply it to here.
Have you guys sold any houses over the last couple of years?
Yeah. Quite a few.
How many of those are investors that didn't want to be here? They were just buying it to make money.
A lot of them.
That backfired.
No, they want to be here, but not full time. They're buying it as an investment to then be able to use it. Maybe long term they want to be here when they retire, or some people have had a change of plans and they're able to work remotely. But a lot of them are investors that want to diversify and get out of the market maybe.
Get into a hard asset.
I do think that over the past couple of years, more parts of the country have discovered Hilton Head. I think the environment allowed people to work remotely, so that just increased demand further on the island.
To me, that's the biggest difference between this market now and what's fresh in everybody's mind, which is the crash that occurred in 2008. Leading up to that crash, most people that I worked with that were buying real estate were just trying to jump in the game to make money. They couldn't care whether they were buying something on Hilton Head or Salt Lake City. They just wanted a property because they knew if they bought something and they held on to it for 6 months, it was going to go up by 10 or 15% and they were going to cash in. Buyers that have driven this, in my opinion, love Hilton Head. They want a piece, and they feel like even if they're not ready to buy right now, if they don't, they're just going to end up paying more in the future, so might as well get on board and buy now. So talk about prices dropping on Hilton Head.
So prices compared to same months last year are up 27%. Sold homes are up 21%. So there's a little bit of difference there between listing price and sales.
Yeah.
So people may be seeing listing prices come down a little bit, but keep in mind, the sold prices are up significantly at 21%.
So prices are not going down, prices are going up. The amount of people that put their property on the market at a really inflated value, we measure it to be about, on average this year, 27% higher than at this point last year. Those are not selling for 27% more, they're selling for 21% more.
That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. I really want to put some spreadsheets together that we can share with everybody so they can see the data that we're seeing. Because again, what you're seeing and reading in the news, it's total BS. There's no other word for it. AC came out and gave out the list of the 10 most stable real estate markets in the country, and South Carolina was number
9.
Number 9. Why do you think we're number 9? Why not number 1 and why not number 50?
And we're top 10, so we're top 10 because there's limited supply and there's heavy demand. So that keeps prices in check.
Not a lot of people behind in their mortgage.
No, the mortgages underwater right now for South Carolina are less than 3%, or around 3%.
Yeah. It's hard to be underwater when the market's going up 21% a year. So we've seen a rise in interest rates. The Fed was really aggressive with a 3/4 point hike. Markets reacted to that. They've backed off a little bit here in recent weeks. The word is they're going to give another big hike, maybe as much as a point. What do you think that's going to happen?
Probably going to happen to try and be aggressive to curb inflation. But Fed rate hikes don't 100% translate into increased mortgage rates. Mortgage rates may go up as a result of a Fed rate hike, but that's more short term. That does tend to happen in the short term, and then over time, mortgage rates typically will go down a bit. Yeah. So if they do have a big hike, mortgage rates will increase a little bit, but I think over time they'll come back down.
Think they're going to be over 6%?
If it's a 1% rate hike by the Fed, it might pop over 6% for a period of time, but I see it coming right back down.
Ellen, people running for the hills because of interest rates?
Again, we have so many people paying cash here. A large group of people it doesn't even apply to. And then 6% overall is still very low. It's just that we were at 3% for so long that people got used, that was the new norm. So 6% is still relatively low. And I think people here, a lot of them, this is not their first time purchase. So they realize that because maybe when they did buy their first property, it was at a higher interest rate.
If I was gonna make a deal with you and give you $1,000, okay, and I was gonna charge you 6% on that $1,000. But at the end of the year, that $1,000 was gonna go up 21%. So you'd have $1,200 and you had to pay me $60.
Do it every day.
Right?
Every day.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. I wanna pay off a mortgage that I have and my financial advisor is like, why? That would be stupid. It's the same principle. Just remember what we're talking about. Like, it's easy to get wrapped up in this frenzy that the media perpetuates because they want to give us a reason to watch their shows. Interest rates. You getting sick of talking about it?
No, they are what they are. I've said so many of our clients in particular pay cash, so it hasn't been a huge discussion. Again, demand is still there, and people are getting mortgages, and they still want to be on the island.
Mark asked, his parents live on Hilton Head for 20 years. They think, or they want to maintain their independence here on Hilton Head Island for a few more years, which Mark seems to be fine with. Glad you like that, Mark. However, I think they should sell now while prices are still super high. They want to get a good price for their home in Sea Pines, but they don't want to leave earlier than they need to. How long should they wait before they sell their house?
They never have to sell their house. Why would they want to leave Sea Pines? But if they did, again, for prices to start dropping, demand has to decrease, supply has to increase. We're at record low, tons of demand, record low inventory. That's not going to happen overnight. Yeah. So there's no rush, in my opinion, to sell right now. Stay and enjoy what the island has to offer for as long as you want.
I assume when Mark's parents sell and move wherever they're going to go, that they're probably going to live in a property somewhere. So what's the rush and what are we trying to time and for what purpose?
Can't time the market anyway.
Can't time life either.
Can't time life either. That's right.
You do what life dictates you do, and I think if they sell now, they will do fine. Sure. And if they wait a year, I think they'll do fine.
I think they'll be just fine.
Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.